I'm a very smart kid. I started a boys' book club. I started a boys' book club to help kids who needed it, and to the kids who wanted it. I am one of the first to start a male book club at Collegiate Prep Academy.
Yes. You go.
When I was younger, I wasn't a big fan of reading. The reason was the books weren't that great. But when I was able to decide the book, I liked it. One of my favorite artists is Jeff Kennedy. His books are funny, it's almost like real life. I also want to let you know, I love playing basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. We would love it if y'all continued, we would love it if y'all continue y'all's passion in reading African American. Now I welcome you, Leslie Janelle, Executive Director.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm kind of fighting a cold, so please forgive me. I have my water on standby over there in case I need it. So if I start choking, come on, bring it on up here. All right, so welcome. It is so good to see you all here in support of our first event. My name is Leslie Janelle, and most importantly, I am a product of this community. 40 plus years. I still live in Montbello, and I am a proud graduate of the original Montbello High School. Yes. And so this community, this district, and this work is my life's work. And so this event, Anchored in Literacy, is an event that we wanted to introduce to you all last spring. But we had a few things that got a little bit in the way. And so we had to postpone it a little bit, but we're really excited that you're here tonight. What I'd like to do is just give you a little bit of context about how we got here. So most of you, I'm making an assumption, are somewhat familiar with the African American Equity Task Force. And despite a narrative that has been in the community for quite some time that we've not done anything, that is not true. This is one of the things that we've been planning. This comes out of the Community and Family Resources recommendation. And in that, there were 3 specific things that the community asked us to do. One was to have FACE centers, which at the time they were called CFOs, but they're currently FACE centers. And so our community engagement team, they're here. If you would raise your hands really quickly so people know who you are. And the centers provide supports for students and families, all types of supports. And so if you'd like to learn more about that, you can talk to someone who just raised their hand, or you can visit our website. The second piece of the recommendation was that we would have a tool where parents and students and families could navigate the DPS system. So if you want to find out what's the best school to match your students' strengths, you could go on to what we call the School Finder. And that tool is led by our school choice office, which is here on this campus. I think there's a lot of potential to continue to expand that tool. The third piece of the recommendation was that we would start Black Family Advisory Committees. And so what we're hoping is that through this event and some following events that Imani will talk about later, that at the end of the year and starting into the next school year, you will be ready, if you are not already, to engage in your local school community to bring the voice of your students and their peers and what we need in terms of support for African American students. So this event tonight, Anchored in Literacy, is our kickoff for how we, you can give it up, And when I think about being anchored in literacy, I think about, the weeds in my garden. Anybody else have weeds in their backyard? I've since gotten it taken care of, but it took me about 15 years to figure out how to stop pulling the same weeds every year. You know what I'm talking about. I got that sand in my belly, so you already know. And so I think about when I would go out every summer and I would pull these weeds up, and then 2 or 3 days later, they were taller than the last time, right? And so in that case, those weeds weren't good, but they were rooted. When I think about being anchored in literacy, I think about the importance of us providing support so that our students are so anchored in literacy that nothing can pull them up. No matter how much you try, no matter how much you dig, once it's here, no one can take it. And so if we have literacy as the foundation to everything else that we do, nothing can stop us. And so we are not where we need to be as a community. Now I'm talking to you as a community, not as DPS. I'm talking to you as a parent, a grandparent, a member of this community. We are not where we need to be. We need to continue to strengthen our own knowledge as adults so that we can support our kids the way they need us to support them. And so these workshops are designed to support you as well as family and parents. So again, want to just say welcome. I do want to just thank my team for making sure that this happened. Again, this was our vision back in the spring, and they've made it happen. Will you please help me in join me in welcoming and just saying thank you to Imani and I'm gonna miss somebody, and Fernita and Mimi and Danielle and Amalia and all of my team that's here tonight. Would you please just join me in saying thank you to making sure that this is pulled off. And I want to say congratulations to all the young readers, authors, and thank you parents and family for your support. Have a good night.
Thank you, Tyler. I would like to introduce Layla from Manual High School, student poet.